Hey, what's up guys, your boy Keith. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to Omniscient Reader Chapter 211. Now the last chapter that we left off, we were able to have that one-on-one conversation with the fourth wall, and we found out, you know what? Fourth wall's actually the homie, alright? So, we had a miscommunication about what happened with the mom, alright? Fourth wall thought that because Doksha had issues with his mom and was resentful of his mom, that, you know, you ain't want her, so I ate her. I got rid of her, bro. Like, I thought you didn't like her, right? I read your thoughts. Your thoughts are still resentment, hatred towards this person. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna pack them up for you. I got you, buddy. So Doksha had that conversation, was like, look, I understand, feelings are complicated. This is my mom though, okay? And they were like, you know, and the fourth wall was like, I understand. So you know what? Here you go. I'm gonna give her back. Which makes me wonder, again, does this mean we can access some of the other people that the fourth wall has eaten, right? Because we thought that when the fourth wall eats somebody, like that's just it. But we got the mom back, so can we get Nirvana back? Can we use Nirvana potentially in the future? What about the outer god that we just defeated? Can we get that back? Can we turn that into a power potentially? There are possibilities that we don't know yet, all right? And I'm excited to see more of it. Now, afterwards, we ended up getting, you know, not footage, but we ended up getting, seeing what everyone else is doing right now while Doksha's unconscious, because right now he's technically dead. And so they're crowded around his body waiting for him to come back to life, you know, just bantering. So let's go ahead and hop into the next chapter, because there really wasn't much going on in terms of the dialogue there, just like a little funny banter back and forth between people and talking about how, you know, Doksha, someone in the comments actually clarified this for me, or at least gave their interpretation, which I kind of like. It was that they were saying that Doksha must be afraid. I would be afraid, right, if I were to, you know, pass away, or even if I knew I would come back. So that's why they're, you know, feeling some type of way or feeling concerned for Doksha. So that's why they're crowded around as well. But I like that idea, because, you know, they're really just thinking about Doksha like, man, you know, again, even though we know he's going to come back, I still want to be there for when he does come back, just because I know that mentally this is something that like is messing with them, probably. Like in their mind, they're like, this is mentally messing with them, because even though he knows he's going to come back, it's like, even though you know something like that, still dying is still like a very scary concept, right? Anyways, that said, let's hop into the next chapter to see exactly how things pick up. Alright, if it wasn't for Doksha Ajasi, I would have died by now. I wasn't going to say this because it's really cheesy, but if I had 2 lives, I would probably given one of them to Ajasi. But why? You only got an infection score of 6 with him, Nuna. Why, you brat? It's all the same. If I wear that weird outfit anyway, you know. Yeah, all you got, like I said before, all you gotta do is get George a little bit horny, all right? And that outfit was all he needed, apparently. Many plans changed after Doksha Kim appeared. Oh, this is what Jung Hyuk is thinking. The easy scenarios became difficult, and the simple stories became complex. The people who were supposed to die survived. Perhaps I may have been one of them as well. This turn might be better than any other turn. Yeah. He's like, I finally see it. When I first was like watching how Doksha was maneuvering, you know, it was interesting, it was intriguing, but he was really getting in the way of some of the things I was trying to do. But now that I see it, even though it looked like everything was becoming more complex, everything is going in the right direction. People who died before were saved. We have a community of people now, and even though the scenarios are getting harder, we're getting through them. It doesn't matter how hard the scenario is. If we get through it, that's all that matters. And if everyone is, you know, alive afterwards, that's all that matters. He saved my boo thing, all right? Helped me get my sister, all right? People in this, you know, in our group right here who's supposed to die, they're still here. So he's looking at Doksha like, you know what? He's doing something right. Maybe I was the one that was, you know, wrong. I could have potentially died. If it wasn't for this man. And you know what? He's right. Because Jung Hyuk would have died in this scenario. Or not this scenario, but like in previous scenarios. In this turn, this is only his 3rd transgression. So he would have died eventually, right? And I think we've actually gotten to the point where he, maybe not. I want to say we got to the point where he already did die, but you know, probably not. Because he probably has some idea of what's still going on. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. That I had lived through hold on. This turn might be better than any other turn that I had lived through till now. That reminds me, that thing called fate, it should be over now, right? Doksha Adjussi is dead. Ah, you're right. Come to think of it, that seems to be the case. Since he was destined to die to the one he loved, wouldn't the fate have been fulfilled then? He did die because of his mother. But I don't know. Yeah, why didn't I think about his mother? I'm about to say, I don't think the fate's over yet. And Jungkook is like, yeah, it's not. The fate isn't over yet. The nebulae aren't enemies that are that easily thwarted. Since it's impossible that the nebulae didn't know about Kim Doksha's resurrection attribute, fate would never end in this manner. Furthermore, the next scenario that comes right after, that's another problem in itself. He's like, yo, this was really nothing for real. The next scenario is about to be bad. Real bad. And I think that, I could be wrong, but I'm going to guess that this scenario with the Outer God wasn't even really supposed to happen. I think that next scenario is the real scenario they were talking about. Because I forgot what brought the Outer God here in the first place, but I don't think that was supposed to happen like that. Because the Outer God is like, from what they were saying, is something that's like way in the future. Like, they weren't supposed to reach something like that until way in the future. Now, I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments if I am, but I don't know. I feel like that would make sense why, you know, this next scenario is potentially the one that he's supposed to die in. Because, again, this Outer God one was just a random one, a random scenario that popped up. It wasn't supposed to happen. The constellation's question mark is looking at their incarnation. Is this Jungkook's? Because it does, I don't know. I don't think so, though. Because if it was Jungkook's constellation, why would it become a blank, blank, blank like that and saying is looking at us or looking at Jungkook? Wouldn't it say your constellation is looking at you or something like that? If we're looking from Jungkook's perspective? Yeah, he's like, what? Constellation what? Question marks, huh? Yeah, he doesn't know. He's all, this obviously isn't Jungkook's. I've already gone through 3 turns, but I still have no clue about, oh, this is his sponsor. Okay, this is his sponsor. And he doesn't even know. He just said, you know, I've been through this thing 3 turns, but I still have no clue about my sponsor. The ringleader behind all these regressions. Sponsor, I have something to ask you. Why just panda Doksha like that, like he's the sponsor? Never mind. I'm about to say, what if, you know what I'm saying? But nah, that's, nah. It's already the 3rd day you have died. The after effect of death is pretty big this time. My consciousness is constantly fading in and out, honestly. But I've roughly set up the future plans during these 3 days, and once this scenario is over, the flow of the story will return. While going through the 9 scenarios, I've damaged the flow of the original story a lot more than I thought. In order to use the information that I have, there needs to be parts where the story flows according to the original scenario. Fortunately, the growth of the characters was beyond my expectations, so there's enough power for them to lead the flow of the story afterward. What does that mean? Since Lee Hyung-sung does better the more I compliment him, it's not easy to control this yet. But you're slowly getting better at it, little by little, Hee-won-si. That makes me wonder, is he saying that, like, you know, even if I can't participate in some of these scenarios, because I don't like the way it says, so there's enough power for them to lead the flow of the story afterwards. Like, I don't like that, because that sounds like he plans to not be a part of the scenarios. Is he alluding to his own death? Or is he saying that, like, I might not be able to be around because something else is going to take my attention away? I'm going to guess it's the second one, just because, I mean, but then again, he could be plotting his own death. Maybe he does know. Nah, no way. Let's continue. The constellation who doesn't yet have a modifier has sponsored 100 coins to the incarnation Lee Hyung Sung. Doksha. Okay. He's like, you know what? Let me do my constellation thing here. Here's a little bit of money for you, bro. Good job. Doksha, see? Wow. He really was watching after all. But aren't you being a bit too stingy with 100 coins? Let's see. The next person is, he's like, whatever, y'all. Y'all got what you got, alright? Sit. Lie down. Well, sorry, bro. He's not listening to you, Gilliong. He's listening to... Look at her face, too. She's like, I'm the beast tamer. Alright, go play with your little bugs. I'm the beast tamer, alright? Look at that face, though. The side eye is crazy. Well, it doesn't seem like it's listening to them yet, but it's still a pretty significant force. Oh, maybe it can listen to them. Maybe it can listen to the both of them. I don't know. But at the moment, he's like, I'm not listening to either one of y'all, alright? Either one of y'all can do anything with me. Let's see. Well, it doesn't seem like it's listening to them, but it's still a pretty significant force. How should I do this? Oh, she can see him. That's hilarious, right? Because she's his incarnation. So... you know, she has a special connection to him, so obviously she can see him. That's cool. The constellation who doesn't yet have a modifier has gently smiled. Or maybe she saw... okay, maybe she just saw this notification, and that's why she's smiling. Aw. I wonder if this is how you feel when you get a daughter. Aw. Yeah, I also wonder. Looks like Yoo Jung-hyuk overcame his regression depressive disorder to an extent. So if we continue to go on Yoo Jung-hyuk route, I shouldn't have to worry too much about the character's survival. Nice. Okay, so I think he's saying that right now, I'm not going to be able to participate in this next scenario. Jung-hyuk's going to have to be the one that takes over, because if I interfere too much, it's going to be bad for the future, because I won't be able to predict what's going to go on. So I'm going to let Jung-hyuk take this and do whatever he does, because it's going to go in line with the story. And maybe he's not going to get back in time for the next scenario too. Rather, the problem is, on my side instead, a huge fate is hoping for your death. Okay. Yup. So the fate is still here. The fate is like, yo, you have not escaped this yet. You thought so, but you didn't. So... Nebula Vetus is waiting for your resurrection. The Nebula Papyrus is waiting for your resurrection. The Nebula Olympus is waiting for your resurrection. So they all want him to come back because there's something that they have planned. They're like, yo, we need you to come back, buddy, so we can get you knocked off for good. So I wonder if Doksha's like, maybe I should like hold off as much as I can. Right? How should I protect my companions and shake off those bastards? As I thought, those damn nebulae. Is that the only method left? All the conditions for resurrection have been met. The privilege of the attribute 8 lives has been activated. Your body is being resurrected from death. Oh, so he's coming back. It doesn't matter, right? Okay, so he's going to figure it out. Not saying it doesn't matter, like he needs to obviously figure out, but what I'm saying is that I thought he was going to prolong it. I don't think he can do that, so it's just going to force him to come back to life anyway. I ain't gonna lie. Look, bro, the calm demeanor that he has, he's like, it looks like he's in the thing like this. Like that's the vibe I'm getting right now. He's hitting the Shikamaru pose. All right, or no, Shikamaru was more like this, wasn't it? It was like this. Anyways, look at his face though, stone cold, bro, stone cold killer. This nigga looks like a Korean pop star. All right, episode 35, the 73rd. Demon King, Part 2. He's knocking on the coffin. He's awakened. Oh, the rumor was real. He really resurrected, didn't he? Damn it. Why are they putting someone who's going to revive away any... Why are they putting someone who's going to revive anyway in a coffin? Symbolic, bro. They just want it, you mean? It's symbolism. The privilege of the attribute 8 lives is currently activated. The 3rd head of the serpent has been sacrificed, so he has 5 more left, 5 more chances to die. The ability of the corresponding head is Fighting Spirit. Maybe, theory, maybe he can, instead of like using the head as a way for him to be sacrificed and or come back to life, resurrect, he can instead, since his fighting spirit, use it for another property that he might have. Like if fighting spirit makes you more stronger, he can use that life to make him stronger temporarily, instead of it like using it to like resurrect themselves. You know, and it'd be a risky maneuver, but maybe that's where he's gonna go with it, or maybe he just kills himself again and then says, you know what, I'm gonna come back to life again. So, I don't know. We'll see. Looks like, what's it called? It's throwing out some fireworks. That's pretty sick. Congratulations on your resurrection. Please don't put me in a coffin next time. Did you just use Hellflame Blaze for fireworks? Just wait a bit. I'll bring the others. Your flame has increased among the incarnations due to your consecutive resurrections. Oh, your fame. I thought you said flame for some reason. Your fame has increased. That's cool, though. That's cool. So, your status has slightly increased. The constellation demon-like Judge of Fire is rejoicing in your resurrection. The constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband is congratulating you on your return. The constellation Goryo's Finest Sword is praising your courage. Yes, sir. Got Goryo, our guy. My legs are fully restored as well. The constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon is rummaging through his pockets while grumbling. Many constellations are greatly admiring your achievements. Oh, that's funny. he's like, Black Flame Dragon's like, my guy, take the money. 90,000 coins have been sponsored. 90,000. I guess they were feeling guilty for not helping me. You should. The valuation of your achievement has been completed. You have obtained a semi-myth grade fable. Whoa. Hey. That kind of sounds like something crazy right there. A semi-myth? It's not a myth fully. We're not at myth level. Alright, we're not a myth just yet, but hey, we're halfway there. We're semi-myth. Alright, we're a semi-myth, which means something. I don't know, but it seems pretty cool. It sounds cool. It sounds like you know, he's become a higher level. Oh, well, hold on. Sorry, I gotta read this. You've obtained the fable, One Who Killed an Outer God. Yeah, sure. Oh, pause. That no diddy to that movement right there. Hey, yo. My bad, y'all. Anyways, but yeah, a semi-myth. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that's going to mean for like him being a constellation, like how that's going to affect, because maybe he moves up to like historical or upper or something. We still don't know what kind of constellation he is yet, right? So it might aid towards that. Anyways, a semi-myth grade fable of all things. Yo, Docha's like, whoa. Even I wasn't expecting something like that. But again, you killed an outer god, which we know is a crazy creature of its own right. So, kind of checks. Due to the achievement of the fable, some outer gods are showing hostility towards you. They're looking at him like, oh, you think you big and bad? You kill one of our folks? Okay. You are enemy number one. Probably. That's probably how they're looking. Probably, you know, there's probably some of them that actually are liking him. He's like, oh yeah. Oh, he really gets down. Okay, cool. I definitely would have received a myth grade fable if I fought against the great old one. But I probably would have been annihilated before I could even talk if I encountered such a being. Yeah. So semi-myth is crazy in itself. That obviously. Due to the achievement of the fable, a few outer gods are showing curiosity towards you. See, so you know we got some haters on, but there's some of them that's like, yo, that's yo. Who is this guy? Who is that guy? Due to the achievement of the fable, some great old ones have realized your presence. Your modifier will soon be announced. Finally. We what are we? You have obtained a new fable during the evaluation. Your status will be reevaluated for obtaining a fable that surpasses your current fables. I thought it would be a relief if I started at the bottom of the historical grades, but at this rate, My status might be published at a considerable level among the historical grades. No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking he's probably going to be like a higher historical, potentially even more than historical. Your status will be published in the next scenario. Your 5th fable is still in progress. The next scenario, the timing isn't that bad. The long-awaited 10th main scenario, 73rd Demon King. Let's see. Clear conditions. You are eligible to participate in the last of the Dark Castle. Gather 4 rankers to go to the 3rd floor of the Dark Castle and enter the final scenario. 30 days is the time limit. 100,000 coins is the reward. Obviously, you die if you fail. And your current rank of the Dark Castle is number 2. Only incarnations ranked within the top 10 can challenge the final scenario with you. So I wonder if that means that Doksha is number 2 in terms of how powerful he is, and probably Jungkook is number 1. I would assume that's what this ranking means. As the last scenario to be carried out in Seoul Dome, this scenario, where the number of participants is severely limited, can only be challenged by the 1st and 2nd place in the Dark Castle rankings. Of course, it doesn't have to be done alone, and each of them can challenge by putting together a team of 4 rankers, excluding themselves. So I wonder if they're going to do 2 teams of 4, since they can both challenge it. Your current Dark Castle ranking is rank 2. Yu Junghyuk. Are you the current rank 1? Of course I'm rank 1. Yeah, who else would it be, brother? Who else would it be? The situation differs from the times of the Seoul ranking. This jerk, I figured he was still thinking about how he wasn't able to get rank 1 back then. What a petty bastard. I need your help. As you know, there's a limited number of members we can bring to the next scenario, right? If you and I don't split up and take them, if you and I don't split up and take them, sorry, y'all. Damn, I just got some random hiccups. Kim Doksha. Oh, this looks like it's about to be a really important conversation the way he's acting. What's your purpose? Oh. Yeah. This seems like it's about to be an interesting conversation. And given where we're at, it's definitely not going to be in this. We're not getting it this week, but I cannot wait till we get it next week. So let's see. Let's see if we do though. If he answers. What's your purpose? Purpose? What purpose? Is your final goal to reach the end of all scenarios? And Junghyuk he is serious. He's always serious, but he's very serious this time. And Doksha's like, I was not expecting you to ask me this. Well, I guess it's something like that. Can you promise not to give up on the goal, no matter what? Hey, bro. I need you to follow through, is what Junghyuk's saying. He's like, bro, I'm putting a lot of faith in you right now by not, choosing to do things my way. Can you promise me you really gonna get us there, bro? Or you're gonna keep trying at the very least? What's with this guy all of a sudden? Of course I won't give up. But why are you asking about that? It's nothing. Look at this tsundere, bro. Huh? Yo, Doksha's like, what's going on with this dude? He's like, this is not normal for you, bro. All right, and okay, that's the end of the scenario. I hope they elaborate on that next chapter, because I'm kind of curious about this conversation. I want to know, and I want to know more of like what Junghyuk is thinking right now. Like, this looks like a, how do I say this? Because we know he just talked to his constellation, or he at least asked him a question. So it makes me wonder if he's like, he already has basically said, I'm giving Doksha the driver's seat, but I wonder if he's like, I don't know. Like, he's not questioning Doksha. He has a lot of faith in Doksha, but I think he's like, he is now fully like submitting himself. Like, you know what? I'm making Doksha the leader. Like, at first he was like going along and he was gonna help, but he's like, no, this guy is the one that's gonna come up with the plans. I'm following it for sure. Like, no questions asked now. Interesting. Interesting. This is a great chapter. I don't really have much to talk more about, just because I kind of think I touched on everything I wanted to while we were going throughout the chapter, but I'm very excited to see what happens next chapter. I'm wondering who are going to be the people that they choose as well, because it could, I think Kiwan is definitely one, Lee Sung is another one. I think Gilliong and, what's her name? Young Sung, Yu Sung? Yeah, Yu Sung, I think they're going to come as well. But, I mean, you know what? Obviously, it's just going to be all our people. Probably. But then again, we also have people like Dokcha's mom. She should be up, right? Why would we not invite her? Or some of the other, like, massive leaders, right? Because some of them are more powerful than the people that we have on our squad. So, it's going to be interesting to see exactly who we choose to come with us. But I'm excited to see it. Because I want to see what this Dark Castle, like the final Dark Boss or whatever, forgot... The Demon King, thank Jesus Christ. I want to see what the Demon King, what he looks like for one, and also I kind of want to see his placement in this, you know, in this ether of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I want to see his role and his placement, and also his insight on everything going on, in terms of like the scenarios, because I'm quite sure, the 73rd Demon King is going to have a lot of insight on what's going on. So, I'm very curious to see that. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this reaction right here. So if you guys liked the video, please go ahead and like it, for sure. Comment down below any ideas or thoughts you had about this chapter and about the reaction. And definitely subscribe so you can see more content just like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.